Hello. Did you know that in some rare cases, both coffee and tea can be processed using animal poop? I know that that sounds crazy, but it is so true and so amazing. According to the National Library of Medicine, approximately 85% of the US population consumes at least one caffeinated beverage on a daily basis. Having grown up in a household divided among a devout coffee drinking mother and a devout tea drinking father, I was exposed to both coffee and tea. And in that experience, I learned what some of the impacts are of each and then how they compare against each other when you compare tea and coffee. So while we're comparing coffee and tea, I think that it is important that we also address what exactly is coffee and what exactly is tea. And then we can properly compare the effects and the caffeine levels. And coffee and tea, they impact our bodies in different ways. This leads to a variety of physical and mental impacts and responses. While conducting my research, I learned something fascinating about coffee. The coffee bean itself is found inside cherries from coffee trees. And I think that that is a great place to start off this discussion. So what exactly is coffee? Coffee is a beverage that is created through percolation or infusion from either roasted or ground coffee seeds from, you guessed it, the coffee plant. So according to the Florida Plant Atlas, coffee belongs to the family Rubiaceae and the genus Coffea. From the coffee plant itself and those coffee beans, we get two varieties. We've got Arabica and we've got Robusta. Those two, when roasting, you either can get light, medium, or dark roast. So to put it into sort of perspective, when you have a dark roast coffee, the type of flavor and consistency you're gonna get, it's gonna be bold, powerful, and kind of bitter tasting. And that sounds like some people's morning, cold and bitter and just dark. But coffee, it's not the only beverage that has these attributes. Tea has these attributes as well, and I think that that is so great. What exactly is tea though? Tea is a beverage that is made from dried, cut, and trimmed tea plant leaves from the, tea plant. There's a couple varieties of tea out there. We've got black, white, oolong, and green tea. These teas are exactly the same, but there's two main differences that I'd like to get into with you. The USDA plant database confirmed that the tea plant is from the family of Thalasseia and the genus of Camellia sinensis. And coming back to those differences between black, white, green, and oolong tea, the difference is, what makes them different is how they are harvested and then how long they're left to oxidize. And here I would love to tell you a tea joke. Why did that tea bag go to therapy? Because it couldn't stop seeping. While both coffee and tea are caffeinated, they impact our bodies differently. And that's what I'd like to go over with you. Because as I've shared, coffee and tea, they might have more in common than any of us thought. According to Healthline, approximately 40% of people around the world consume caffeine on a daily basis. That includes coffee, tea, and energy drinks. Now, David Grigg wrote an article through GeoJournal and proposed that coffee and tea are more similar than we might believe. Depending on the coffee type or the tea type, such as dark roast, black coffee, and black tea, they are very similar in their caffeine content. But what makes them different is how our bodies process that caffeine and what we do with it. Does it make us jittery? Does it make us tired? Does it energize us? So who would have thought that coffee and tea have this much in common? So now that we've talked about what tea is, what coffee is, and done that side-by-side comparison, let's wrap it up. Although coffee and tea are both used for alertness and energy and keep us going throughout our day, they impact our bodies differently. And we have a range of physical and mental outcomes. So I'd like to leave you with one final thought. Are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker? Do you drink those out of habit, because they taste good, or something else? So I'd like to leave you with this. If you're a coffee drinker, try drinking black tea for 1 week and see how you feel. And if you're a tea drinker, try drinking coffee for 1 week and see how you feel. Thank you so much.